Grand Rising, family. What's up, Soul Tribe? Peace, love, enlightenment, elevation, and gratitude. So, man, I just want to talk about my experience with some Masons over the weekend. And I want to do this. I just want to do this video because I just feel like the Masons get it real bad. They got a real bad rep. You know what I mean? And I'm saying that because, you know, once I had the 3D mindset once. I was boxed in once. My thinking was limited once. I know how we've been programmed. Well, I realized how we've been programmed to have certain thoughts and certain perceptions. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna throw it out there and because I feel like I'm speaking for a lot of American-minded people, because, you know, generally we kind of think the same. You know, of course, everybody's individuals and everybody got their own religions and beliefs and all of this, but for the most part, we kind of got the same mindset. You know, because my perception, when I used to think Masons, right, I used to think, and I could, of course I could be wrong, but I just feels like this goes for a lot of people. I just feel like this goes for the majority. Of course, not everybody, but I just fit kind of, you know, the general thinking. And my mindset used to be, when I think Masons, I'm thinking occult, I'm thinking cult period, I'm thinking you know, all the different, I'm thinking about all the different symbols and symbology. I'm thinking evil, I'm thinking secret society, I'm thinking dark rituals, you know what I mean? I'm thinking sacrifices, you know, all of these just negative things. And this was my first time ever hanging out with so many different Masons. I know a couple Masons, but I didn't know they was Masons until they told me. And them telling me wasn't like, hey man, you know, I'm a Mason. It just came up in a conversation casually. So they don't, you know, they didn't like just go around bragging about it, you know, just casually came up in a conversation, and I ended up finding out they was Masons. So they not like going around like recruiting people, you know what I mean? That's another, I think, negative representation of them, that they just go around recruiting people. I think that once they get to know you, I think that once you get to know a Mason and y'all start talking and vibing, I think that's when they start kind of mentioning it to you, seeing if you are interested. But it's never a forced thing. You know, I even had a small conversation with a person that was there at the event last night, that been around them for a couple of years now, and it's finally had decided to join, but, you know, never felt pressure or anything like that. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's, you know, that's nice of them. I mean, you know, that's honorable. But at the same time, I will say this, you know, in the defense of the naysayers, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't a Mason meeting. So whatever knowledge and rituals that they hold secret just for members, of course, I wasn't going to see any of that, because I went to a dinner that was for the head of the Masons out here, which I was honored to be invited to. I mean, this you know, that's a big move. That ain't something everybody just go to. You know, it's a nice turnout. A lot of people, not a lot of people, you know what I mean? But it's a nice turnout. So I was honored to even have been invited and been in the presence of so many different great people. So I don't know what their rituals like. I don't know what their meetings like for just pure Mason members. So I don't, you know, I can't say too much. I don't want to jump to their defense too much because I don't know what goes on in those private meetings. But I'll tell you what I experienced in meeting all these different Masons for this dinner party for the head Mason of the state. Not Chicago though. I had to go out of town for this one. I'm not gonna, but I'm not in Chicago right now. But anyway, what I experienced was brotherly love. All black people, a handful of white people in there. That was love too. Because these was white folks that's woke. That know how to honor and respect they melanated brother and sister. You see what I'm saying? So those white people I rock with all day long. They get it. They know what's going on. You see what I'm saying? But I experienced brotherly love. I experienced Bantu people coming together and having a good time. There was no fights. There was no argument. There was no bad. It wasn't even no tension in the room for real. You know how sometimes my black people, y'all know how it could be a bunch of us all together, and you know what I'm saying, especially like clubs and bars and house parties and all that, and the tension is thick. There was no tension. It was all love. It was a bunch of Bantu business owners, entrepreneurs in the building. You know what I mean? Doctors, lawyers, a lot of prominent people. So I didn't see any. Nobody was hounding me to try to become a Mason. Nobody was. It wasn't even no talks of that. Honestly, on my EIE tip, you know what I'm saying? It was very engaging for me because I had multiple conversations on some EIE stuff. I probably should have got some footage, man, but I wasn't thinking like that. I was just enjoying the moment. But I had to have some powerful, enlightening conversations. You know, I got to put somebody up on a couple of things, which is always a plus for me because all I'm trying to do is spread and share the information that I'm consuming. As I get it, I'm trying to give it right back. You know what I mean? So like I say, I don't know all the answers. I'm not a teacher, I'm not a preacher, none of that. I'm just spreading the message, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm spreading the love. So whatever I learn that uplifts me, I'm trying to put it right back out there. You know, and at least spark the brain for change. That it's time to change. That it's time for us to take back what's ours. You know, EIE. But I don't want to make this too long. I just want to give my experience on the Masons and dealing with them and over the weekend. Like I say, I seen nothing negative. It was all positive. It was all love. I was greeted like I was one of them, and I'm not. But I had a couple brothers even. They had an open bar. I mean, not an open bar, but they had a bar at the event. Had a brother grab me a drink. Couple brothers grabbed me some drinks on them. Everybody was dressed sharp, handsome men, beautiful women. Just really a great experience, man. I'm glad to have experienced that. Like I said, I'm on Instagram now, so check me. I'm gonna throw some pictures on Instagram. Anybody interested? EIESC. But if there's anything negative people have to say about the Masons, man, I would like to encourage you to rethink it. Go experience the Masons for yourself before you just go off of what people say, because it was black love in there, Bantu love in there. To me, I enjoyed that more than anything. I just enjoyed being around so many of my people, and it was just so much love, man, and so much positivity, and so many people doing great things, So I'm gonna wrap it up. That's all I want to say on that. Do your own homework, man. Do your own homework. Go experience things for yourself before you just go off of what somebody else tell you. Because I had a good time, man. But peace and love, family. Till the next time.